Hey everybody, welcome back to Winsday. This week's going to be a little bit different because I actually got to sit down and talk with our winner. A man that I consider a mentor, a personal friend, and an outstanding business mind, Brandon Dawson. Let's go check it out. Hey Brandon, thanks for getting together with us today.
Sure, Norm.
Just wanted to have a talk with you because you and Cardone Ventures have had a huge impact on elevated construction, both personally, professionally, and financially. And I wanted to share with others how they could receive that impact as well.
Right. Yeah.
So I know that you've had quite a journey to get here. And if you could tell us a little bit about ideology and everything that's brought you to this point.
So I'm a business turnaround and scaling expert, including exiting. And I've built several companies, but my most latest, or recent I should say, because I've launched the new one with Cardone Ventures. Grant Cardone is a business partner, but the one previous to that, Audigy. The goal of Audigy was to put together 250 independent business owners who could all work together by bringing the shared infrastructure and resources to them so they can own and dominate their markets. And we were unbelievably successful doing that. Our average partner grew 3.5 to 15 times larger than their peer group. And so it created a massive value for our organization because of our systems, our processes, and our marketing, our technologies. And so it really allowed them to differentiate themselves from the rest of the marketplace.
You had quite an impressive exit from their strategy in terms of what
the business sold for 77 times EBITDA, one of the highest values ever paid for a business. And that's because we were able to take our systems into $1 billion company and turn them into a $4 billion company.
Wow. Yeah. Very impressive. Well, I know you have a pretty impressive mission and a pretty lofty goal, a BHAG as they say.
Yeah.
And why don't you explain to us a little bit about what your mission is?
Well, for me personally, the mission is to help independent business owners grow, scale, dominate, and create as much value as possible in their businesses. A lot of business owners, 70% of businesses were started by people who had a technical inclination. That's straight from E-Myth, Michael Gerber. And so they're remarkable at what they do, but at some point when you're doing what you do, how you do it and who you do it with is different skill sets. So what I accept, I don't go out and start the what, because I work with experts that have already built a business doing the what. I come in and teach them how, and I bring in and teach them how to align the who, which allows the business to dramatically increase in size.
Yeah, you just mentioned alignment, and I'll tell you one thing. One of the things that you've taught me a lot about is how important alignment is, and I know you run your businesses based on some core values. And how do you use those core values to keep your team aligned?
Yeah, so my core values are inspiration, discipline, accountability, transparency, alignment, and results. Like I live and die by those 6 words every day. They're on our mission statements. They're in our operating manuals. It's how we communicate. But how you do that technically is through a process I created called personal, professional, financial goal alignment. And so not only do I want to have that personal, professional, financial goal alignment with the business owners, but I want to have it with the business owners and their teams. So the teams help the business owners build the business. And then of course, I want to be the best example of that. So I demonstrate it through the teams I build. And then the business owners I work with can see how it works in my own organization.
And I will tell you that your team has really inspired the elevated construction team in terms of we've implemented the personal, professional, financial goals. And in 8 months, it's about 8 months to the day I met you ago. That's that short period of time. Our team has drastically improved alignment. We've drastically improved production and profitability.
That's awesome.
So it's very, very cool to see. What advice would you give an entrepreneur who's struggling right now and they're at one of those breaking points you talk about and getting to the next level?
Yeah, I think when entrepreneurs struggle, it's because they're bumping up against the next evolution of opportunity and growth. And they don't, there's not anybody that's going to help them do that. The people that would help you do it are busy. They're doing it for themselves. So as an entrepreneur, you just struggle through that and hope you break out on the other side, right? And a lot of times you go hire outside people and hope they help figure it out with you. That usually doesn't work either. What we do is we come along and we show that entrepreneur what they're bumping up against. And we bridge that friction or that resistance with the skill sets we bring and able to help them elevate above it. Not to use your mission.
Elevate. I like that.
And so people struggle when they reach their capacity and they don't know how much more capacity, or they don't structurally understand how to go beyond that. So they tend to go and try to hire other people, and that creates a different issue. Yeah. And the one most important thing for business owners to understand is you're never going to hire outside people to fix your problems.
And I will tell you, we've personally experienced that. We've hired consultants in the past and so-called experts, and we've really struggled. And since we've met you, it's been, like you talked about, the alignment. But it's also been a fact of you've had some pretty impressive mentors, being John Maxwell, Jim Collins, a lot of those people. And one of the things you recommended to me, if you're going to be my mentor, you want me to study your mentors. And I've done that. And that really ties everything together. Maybe you could explain about how studying your mentor's mentor really makes everything really come together and make you more effective.
Yeah, I mean, if there's qualities that you find in somebody that you respect, right? Maybe accomplishments, leadership style, something that you want to emulate. And so you designate somebody as your mentor. The questions I always like to teach people to ask is, who are the mentors that most impressed you, that helped you evolve? And so, because then you can go even deeper. When people work with me, they're getting the best of what I've learned from so many remarkable mentors, but they're not getting maybe the same depth of that particular mentor, like leadership. John Maxwell is the #1 greatest leadership author in the world. And I became very much impacted through his work, and then by working with him and then becoming friends with him, and then working inside his business with his team. And so the same is true for many of my other mentors, like Sharon Lechter and I, 3 Feet from Gold, Outwitting the Devil, all the Rich Dad Poor Dad series, and we became best friends, and then we worked on projects together. So to understand me, you kind of need to understand that I'm the total sum of a lot of other people's influences, that then I've taken their work, applied it, so I understand how to connect it to action. And then I saw the results, so then I can explain this is what you should expect. And so I think that the value I bring to other people's lives is a condensed down version of dozens of phenomenal people that I've had the privilege of building a deep-rooted relationship and really understanding their body of work.
Because I will tell you that I've read Beyond Positive Thinking, John Maxwell's 21 Irrefutable Laws, Good to Great. I mean, some of these things that you talk about, now I've read them on top of listening to you and be able to tie, you'll say something, but then it leads down that rabbit hole.
100%, you're like, I know where he got that from.
Yeah, and then it takes it to a deeper level and helps me to be able to scale faster because I can think faster. So it's really been a great privilege and honor to work with you guys. And I don't make recommendations lightly. So for me to sit down with you and tell people about what you've done for us really means a lot, because you've really impacted us personally, professionally, and financially. So if people want to know more about your online stuff, your in-person events, as well as the Mac Daddy of them all, as far as GrowthCon coming up in a couple weeks, what could they do to find out more about it?
Yeah, I mean, the easiest thing, I tell people, the central easiest place to find anything out about what I've got going on is to go to my Instagram account, which is just at Brandon M. Dawson. Okay. Certainly, you can go to cardoneVentures.com. You can go to bdawson.com. That's my personal page. Mm-hmm. But if you guys want to see where I'm going, what we're talking about, who we're working with, almost up to the minute, like you're daily.
You are omnipresent, that's for sure.
I just say go to at Brandon M. Dawson. Okay. Click on a follow. If you don't currently use Instagram, let me be the first person that introduces you to it. If you want to read up on me personally, you can just go to Brandon. It's just bdawson.com. If you want to know more about the company, it's cardoneventures.com. And you know, or you can go to grantcardone.com. There's so many ways to find us.
There are so many ways, and I will tell everybody, this man has been a tremendous impact. He's become a friend. He's our mentor for our company, and you cannot miss the value that you will get. One of the sayings that Grant Cardone says, and Brandon says, price is only an issue in the absence of value. And we have gotten 10x the value that we've paid to be able to become part of your team, part of your ecosystem. And we just wanted to say thank you and tell everyone out there, check this guy out. He's the real deal. So thanks.
I promise you I'm the real deal.
That's for sure.
And check me out. But check out Big Storm and Norm here too, because we're crushing it in the space of construction and bringing a whole bunch of remarkable construction people together, of which Norm is absolutely one of those thought leaders. And from our standpoint, we love working with people who are forward thinking, who want to be thought leaders, who want to take care of their team members, who want to be able to bring value to other people's lives. It doesn't really matter what we do, as long as the people we do it with love what they do, right? And the impact is there. And that's the thing I love about Norm and the team, is they're striving for impact, massive impact. And getting to work with people like that every day is a joy for me too. So.
Yeah. So do yourself a favor, go out there, check out Brandon Dawson, and go out and get it. Be great.
Be great. That was awesome.
Thanks, buddy.